What's up, guys? So today we're going to be going out and we are going to be fishing with and reviewing my new White River Prestige fly rod and the whole kit that comes with it, which is the little bag, tools, and fly box and flies that I'll show in another clip when I'm back at the house and I can get it out on the table and really show you guys. But we're going to be fishing out of my Crescent CK1 and we're going to see if we can find some bass and some brim. Now I'm going to try to use most of the flies that they gave me, but I'm also going to use some of my own because the selection they put out isn't great. You're really meant to buy what you need for your area. And to be honest, as early as it is, I kind of want to start off with a popper. But enough of my yammering. Let's get out there and get fishing. Alright guys, so this is the Prestige fly fishing outfit by White River. Here is the fanny pack that comes with it. It also comes with this little box of dry flies, which we may or may not use. I mean, it kind of depends on where we end up fishing. I'm filming this before I get out on the water, so I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with that yet. Got our fly fishing pliers or clamps, and then just a bag of goodies. We got some floats, a little Velcro on fly holder, nothing crazy, just a couple things to make your fishing a little bit better, or just fill space. Inside the rod holder, obviously we have our rod and our reel. Nothing crazy to say about this. It's a pretty decent case, actually, I'll say that. It feels pretty decently high quality. And the reel comes pre-rigged, so you won't need to buy fly line or tippet or anything like that. It comes already ready to go. Although you'll probably want to buy some backups. You don't want to rely on just the one that you have if it's your first time going out and fly fishing. But that's what's in the box. We'll get back to the actual fishing content now. Alright guys, we are at the first spot of the day. It's right up in there. I'm going to paddle us in a little closer and then we'll start casting. You guys might remember this spot from a video I did a few months back, but I don't think we're going to go very far up the creek. I think we're just going to fish the mouth and then move on down the whole river, but I still think it's a great spot to start the day. There's a bass right there. Oh no, that's another mudfish. Never mind. Also on him. Yeah, I think this is perfect. Oh, there we go, guys. There we go. Looks like a little sunfish. Not the couple pound bass we're looking for, but I'll take him. Look at this, guys. I believe this is a red-breasted sunfish. There we go, but don't quote me on that. Look at that. All right, nice first fish of the day. I'll take that. Oh, look at that. Well, I guess it was worth it trying to fish my way back. Nice little guy. See you, buddy. You know, this is such a cool spot to fish. We don't have a lot of places like this in Florida where we have the clear, fast-moving water. So when you find a hidden gem like this, you got to keep to yourself. So as per my usual, I am definitely not telling you guys where this one is, but it, or anyone for that matter. I don't think I've even told any of my friends about this spot. It is definitely unique. I know you guys up north probably get this type of stuff quite a bit, except, you know, with more rocks, but down here this is a very rare thing. As you can see, we are out of the little creek that we were fishing this morning, and we are into the main body of the river. We're still going to be fishing the green popper that we were fishing before, and we might change over to some of the other flies that were included with the kit, but I think we're going to stick to the stuff I brought, and at least until it gets sunny, I think I'm going to stick to the popper. But anyways, I'm going to get to it, see if we can find some more bass. Dude, that was a hit right there, and I fumbled it bad. There, oh. Whatever he is, he's not very big. It could even be a gar. There, let's try that. There we go. Oh, we might lose him here. We might lose him. Oh, dang it. I am all tangled up. I'm just going to have to hand line him in. Alright. So I fumbled the retrieve really bad. That's a nice brim. There we go. See you, bud. Yeah, I made a mess of myself here. That's my fault. Oh, dude, I don't know if you guys just saw it, but do you see down there? Hold on, let me turn it up. Down there, something just hit top water. It looked bigger like a bass, so we'll fish our way down towards it and see if we can find him. Alright guys, we got the woolly booger from the kit tied on now. Oh, dang it. Oh, we're good. I was gonna say, we got the woolly booger from the kit tied on now. Something big just hit over there. And we're gonna fish it for a little while, see how it does. Definitely gonna be tough fishing this out of the kayak, but because it requires a lot more work than just a popper would. But I think we're up for the challenge. Good hit, good hit. Right there. Right there, buddy. Nice, all right. Maybe the woolly booger was the way to go. That's the biggest panfish of the day. Look at this guy, guys. Super pretty fish. Kind of messed myself up here. So I gotta get this line fed through and we'll get back to it. Oh, dude, nice fish, nice fish, nice fish. I mean, not a monster, but it is a bass. Let's freaking go, guys. I was really hoping that we'd get a bass today. He's not the biggest, but that's all right. All right, so that is a point in the kit's favor. That green woolly booger is putting in the work on some fish. That's a very good fly to include. I think that's the best one that they included with the kit. Because, you know, it's working. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of at a loss for words there. I was going to try to say something a little bit more technical, but it gets the job done. It casts well on this rod, and there's nothing more I can say. There we go, boys. Little bass. Come here, buddy. Not the monster I was hoping for, but I'll take him. There we go. Nice and easy. See you, bro. Guys, so I think we're gonna have to call it a day. I really enjoyed fishing with the Wright River Prestige today, and I really enjoyed fishing with all of you guys, and I just want to give some closing thoughts. So to start off with the rod and reel, I was genuinely surprised at how good a quality it is, but I had a few issues. One of which being the finish is so poorly painted that it's already coming off. I don't know if you can see that off of the reel from scratches. Now, granted, I do beat up my rods pretty bad, especially my fly rods in the kayak, so I kind of expected that. Another complaint I have is the rod wants to twist on me. The actual, because it's a 4-piece, especially this third section and this second section here really want to try to twist on me bad while I'm casting. But other than that, I don't really have a lot of complaints about the rod. The only other complaint I have about the gear is they give you the packet, which I'll show in the other clip, full of basically useless stuff. It doesn't really do you any good to have it, because it's like clamps and spare foam and stuff like that. And it's nice to get a bag, but I would rather have better flies, which brings me to my next complaint. For what you would use an 8-weight for, the flies they give you are terrible. It's like, let me see if I can grab it here, if it's handy. If not, I'll explain the other clip. Nope, it is handy. So aside from the woolly boogers, most of the flies that they give you, like especially these little weighted nymphs and these Royal Coachmen, are for a much lighter weight rod, usually. Like an 8-weight like this is made for things like streamers, poppers, and you can throw flies like that, but for all intents and purposes, I'd rather have a few good poppers, a few good woolly boogers, maybe some foam spiders and beetles. But that's just my opinion, and that's just for bass and brim. That's not including things like trout, steelhead, salmon, anything like that, because I have no experience dealing with those things, so I'm not in any kind of position to give advice. Overall, I think this is an amazing reel and an amazing rod. The things that I do like about it are the price point. I think it's very affordable, and I think that you really do get quite a lot for your money. I also like the drag system on this rod, or on the reel rather. It actually seems to stay tight and not loosen up better than some of my more expensive rod and reel combos, which I really like. Overall, I would absolutely buy this again. And if you're looking at this going, I just want to get into bass fly fishing, this would be a great setup to start off with. But anyways, enough of my spiel. You guys saw it today. They weren't massive, but we did catch some fish on it. And I think I made my point that it's a pretty good rod and reel, and I enjoyed fishing with it. Thank you guys so much for coming with me today. Thank you guys for watching, those of you who are subscribed. And if you guys want to see a video on a review of the kayak I'm using, the Crescent CK1, I actually do have one on my channel from like a year ago in the winter, but I'm saltwater fishing in that video. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video.